are charges tonight in the 2016 murders of a Sycamore woman and her adult son. Patricia and Robert Wilson were killed inside their rural home, and tonight a former Chicago resident is now charged in the murders. Alexis McAdams is here to tell us now how investigators tracked down the alleged killer in Ohio. Alexis?
Alan, after a few years, investigators say the suspect probably thought he got away, but it was good police work and DNA evidence that led to this arrest.
Tonight, a big break in a nearly 4-year-old double murder case in DeKalb County.
The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office announces the arrest of Jonathan D. Hurst.
51-year-old Jonathan Hurst now behind bars, charged in connection to the murders of 85-year-old Patricia Wilson and her son, Robert Wilson. Police say Hurst beat the elderly woman and her son to death. Their bodies found inside of their rural Sycamore home in August of 2016.
Countless hours have been spent continually working to bring this person to justice for their horrific and unprovoked act of violence.
After the murders, police say Hurst stole the family's car and drove back to Chicago where he lived.
We were also able to confirm through cell phone records and other evidence that he was in the area of the crime on the day of the murders.
Investigators haven't said why Hurst killed the Wilsons. Police say he didn't even know them. Relatives still grieving the loss.
We hope now that they might be able to start with the healing process.
Hurst was on the run for nearly 4 years until the DNA found at the crime scene led to his arrest. Parabon, a private laboratory, analyzed the DNA and released these images of what they thought the suspect might look like. But it was when the lab later compared the DNA to other samples that they found the suspect.
Searched public genealogy databases in the effort to narrow down the scope of the DNA profile, and subsequently built a family tree that eventually led to this individual from that DNA profile.
Hurst recently moved back to Cincinnati, where friends say he grew up. He was arrested in Ohio. His old co-worker who worked at a bar with him in Chicago around the time of the murder says he was always a nice guy with a big heart.
A very kind and patient and caring person, honestly.
Now, if convicted of this double murder, Hurst could spend the rest of his life behind bars. He is planning, or police are planning rather, to extradite him back from Ohio where he was arrested. He should be back in DeKalb County tomorrow. But this isn't the first time investigators have said recently in the state of Illinois they've used genealogy testing to crack a case like this.
All right. Thanks so much, Alexis.